kitchen. Yep, we're getting ready to redo this cake using this KerryGold Butter. Okay, now I can't get you open. And since I'm doing the cream cheese, the 7-Up cream cheese pound cake again, I'm going to go on and add my cream cheese to my mixing bowl because I have a tendency to forget to do that in the beginning. And this cream cheese is kind of falling apart. I had my cream cheese in the freezer. When I buy extra cream cheese, I freeze it. And by the way, I did have some cream cheese. For those of you that watched the last video where we went to the store to get the KerryGold, I said I wanted to get some more cream cheese too. I thought I had some, but I wanted to just make sure. So that's why it's a little crumbly. Speaking of my last video, I appreciate you all. For those of you that watch all of the videos, my ordeal and, you know, me rubbing my chest. I knew when I started doing that, some of you that notice everything, and I'm not saying that I'm not trying to be funny when I say that. You all are very attentive. I knew you would notice, so I knew I had to kind of say something, and I was trying to keep my composure and play it off. And whew, dude number one was just a talking. He had no clue of how I was feeling. He was just a talking. I think he was talking about what, ostrich eggs and duck eggs and whatever else he was talking about. But anyway, we'll talk more about that later. But let me get started with this cake. When I did the KerryGold pound cake, or the butter, the pound cake that had the KerryGold, so many of you mentioned, Miss Donna, I think when you use that sweetened condensed milk, because it's rich, the butter is rich, you should have done a different recipe. And because I was talking about that 7-Up cream cheese pound cake being one of the best cakes I've ever made, several of you, so many of you suggested that I do that cake again, or, you know, and use the KerryGold butter. So if this is your first time clicking on one of my videos and you're trying to figure out what is this lady talking about, welcome. We're so glad you're here. But I wanted to try the KerryGold butter in one of my pound cakes because I've heard there's some mixed reviews. Some folks say that it takes your cakes up another level, another notch. It's a game changer. Some people say, it's okay. Some people say they can't really tell the difference. I normally use like a not Walmart, last resort, but my go-to is Sam's butter. And then I've used Walmart before. I've used Food Line. I've used Aldi. If I'm in a pinch, you know, I'll just kind of grab what I need. Even when we stopped Sunday to pick this butter up, we were close to the Lowe's Foods. That's why I just ran in Lowe's Foods and picked this up. I know several of you said that your Walmart has, I think Cynthia said her Walmart has it cheaper. Some other people said that it's cheaper in other places. I was trying to grab it and go. So we were closest to that Lowe's, and I just ran in there to pick this up. I don't usually do a lot of shopping at Lowe's. It's not my go-to store, but if I'm looking for certain things, I will. But in any event, this cake, we're getting ready to do the 7-Up cream cheese cake. Now, I did think, is it not going to change the taste with the cream cheese? So that's what I want to know, because I thought, well, should I just do a regular pound cake? But you all said the 7-Up cream cheese, and I would love to taste it again. So that's what we're going to do. Okie dokie. I've already added my 8 ounces of cream cheese to my mixing bowl. It is room temperature. It was frozen, that's why it's looking a little crumbly, but it's fine. I'm using 3 sticks of the KerryGold butter. This is the unsalted. 3 sticks of my KerryGold. It is also room temperature. Then we have 6 large eggs. They are regular eggs. They are not ostrich eggs, and nor are they goose eggs or whatever my husband was talking about. These are 3 large eggs. We have 3 cup, no, not 3 large eggs, I'm sorry, 6 large eggs. 6 large eggs. They are also room temperature. We have 3 cups of sugar. And then I have my 3 cups of cake flour. And I've added a 1/4 teaspoon of salt to this. 3 cups of cake flour. It's the Swan's Down. I've added 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Now Swan's Down, it's already pre-sifted for you in the box. I was in the mood. I sifted it again twice. Okay. And then of course we have our 7-Up. We'll be using 3/4 cups of this 7-Up. You guys, yeah, wash off these nasty cans. They are filthy nasty. They've been on these tractor trailer trucks out in these warehouses. Then they make it to the grocery store and they back there in the back of the store and in the grocery store. Little rodents and insects crawling all over the top of the cans and licking on them. And you have the workers that come put their nasty hands all over them and just germ city. Okay? Wash off your nasty cans. Also wash your nasty hands. Don't be in the kitchen with nasty hands, because that's just nasty. Alright? Now with my extracts, I took out, I think I did the butter vanilla. I took that out. I don't want anything that's butter, has a butter flavor other than this. Okay? We're going to use some Creme Bouquet. I purchased this locally at my cake supply store. Tastes like bakery in a bottle. That's all I know to tell you. I really enjoy the flavor. Some people don't care for it. I love it. It's whatever you like. Alright? And then we're going to use a little bit. Let me see. I'm probably going to add at least a teaspoon of this. I like my cakes flavorful, so I don't take the time to use an actual spoon to measure. 9 times out of 10, I don't do that. But I'm going to add a little bit of lemon extract. And then we're going to add a little bit of, that's all I have is a little bit. We're going to put all of this in here, however much this is. This is pure vanilla extract, okay? I have greased and floured my pan. I've just been in the mood to do this old school. I've been doing it the last several videos. I don't know what. Baker's Joy. I think we kind of broke up a little bit, so I've not used the Baker's Joy in a while. I too was experiencing sticking. So listen, we just took it back old school with the cake, the Crisco. Let me show you what I'm using. I use some Crisco and I use some of my flour and just greased my pan, okay? That's real old school right there. Tried and true. So that's already been done. My oven is preheated to 325 degrees. So I am excited again to do this cake. And so many of you did notice that this butter is more yellow than the other butter. So this is going to be delicious. All right. So we're going to go in and add these 3 sticks. And while I'm thinking about it, for those of you that were asking, when I did go to the emergency room Sunday, they started off with an EKG, honey. Let me tell you something. They don't play when you come in there talking about some chest pains. Start off with an EKG. They also did blood work. And the blood work they did was specifically for the heart. And they tested all of my levels and everything. So everything looked great. And they did not have to do that series of blood work that they normally do, because my initial tests were great. So I am thankful. Some of you probably saying, "Lady, why are you telling us all of that? We want to hear all that. We want you to make the cake." But if you're new, I do more than just bake cakes and in the kitchen. And our YouTube family had an experience with me on my last video. So I was just bringing them up to speed as to, because there were a lot of questions about what I had done and did they do this and did they do that. So we're good. I was just letting our YouTube family know that they did all the things, because I needed more than just an EKG. Okay, I needed them to do more. I needed them to make sure they checked for blockages and, you know, anything else, and the blood work that they did that. Okay, so that's why I'm explaining all of this, because that was the last video that you guys saw, and I just wanted to give you a little bit more details. Okay, back to the cake. Now, I like to add my butter, and when I add my butter, and today we have the cream cheese, I like to go in and add my extracts in the beginning too. That way they are mixed during the entire mixing process. Okay, so we're going to add this. I know y'all like this lady is giving us all this information about some ER visit. We just want to see her make the cake. A little bit of lemon extract. But what I do know about our YouTube family is that we do have a family, and you all most of you look at pretty much all of our videos, and not just the ones in the kitchen. This is the vanilla. Remember, I'm going to add all of this. So I just wanted to bring you guys up to date really quickly. Yeah, all of that, since that was the last video that you saw. Okay? All right. Okie dokie. So now we're going to turn on our mixer. And we're going to just mix up this cream cheese and butter and extracts just for a few seconds by itself. And then you'll see me slowly start adding the sugar. 3 cups of sugar. So we're going to get the sugar added, and we're going to cream the butter, sugar, the cream cheese for at least 10 minutes. I'm going to set a timer on my microwave for 10 minutes. At least twice during this creaming process, I'm going to have to stop, turn the mixer off, and scrape down the sides of the bowl. Because what will happen is, if you don't have a scraper in your mixer, then the butter, sugar, cream cheese, it's going to start collecting up here on the sides of the bowl. Which means if it's up here, it's not down in the bowl getting properly creamed. So I'm going to stop and scrape down a couple of times. I am using my whisk attachment. A lot of people use the flat beater, which is fine. Sometimes I go back and forth. Depends on how I'm feeling, but there's no leveling agent in this mix for today, so we're not using baking powder or baking soda. So I'm using the whisk attachment to kind of whip in some air. All right, so we're going to get this mixed up and cream for 10 minutes. Don't skimp on this part, because it makes a difference in the outcome of your cake. I usually cream on about medium high, so this mixer is set on about 8, 8.5. If you don't properly cream, have you ever seen a cake where it looks like it has streaks in it and it looks gummy? Oftentimes that's because it was not properly creamed. Alright, so don't skimp on this part. Actually, once I'm done creaming, I'm going to stop, turn the mixer off, and let you see exactly what I mean when I say that the mixture should look light and fluffy. You don't want to hear those sugar crystals mixing around in the bottom of your bowl. But I'm going to stop, let you see exactly what it should look like once we reach light and fluffy. We are light, fluffy, and creamy today with this cream cheese. Okay. Now that's what we want to be looking like. Alright. So now we're going to turn the mixer back on so we can add our eggs. I'll add them one at a time. When I drop that egg in, the yolk will separate. I mix a few seconds and then I'll add the next egg. I don't normally wait for the entire yolk to disappear and totally mix in. Okay? So once we get our eggs added one at a time, then you'll see me turn the mixer way down. This mixer I usually turn on about 2 because it's time to start adding our dry and alternating with the wet. Okay? You always want to start with dry with your flour, and you want to end with dry your flour. This is the part of the mixing process that a lot of people overdo, which causes your cake to fall. You do not want to overmix. This part in the mixing process does not take nearly as long as the creaming of the butter, sugar, and cream cheese. It only takes about 2 minutes or less. You're not trying to get this batter silky smooth. And I think that's what a lot of people do. They mix, trying to get it really smooth and silky. That's not what you want to do. Alright? So, and always remember to turn your mixer down and do this part on low. Alright? And I also get questions about this mixer all the time. The information about this mixer is always linked in the description box below the video. Okay? So we're just going to stir just a little bit more to make sure we're getting everything from under the bottom and that everything is thoroughly mixed in. Now we want to get our batter as level as possible. You don't want one side higher than the other. I'm going to hit it under the bottom to release air bubbles. Now we're going in take 2 of the cake made with KerryGold Butter. I bake my cakes in the middle of my oven, so I adjust one of my racks to where it's centered, and then that's where I bake. We're going to set our timer for 1 hour and 15 minutes. I'm sure I'll start smelling it before then, but we'll be sure to let you know exactly how long it baked once I take it out. Okay, we baked 1 hour and 25 minutes, 1 hour and 20 minutes. 1 hour, 20 minutes. I think I was thinking about 325 is what I baked on. Maybe 1 hour and 25 minutes. 1 hour and 20 minutes. And now we're going to cool for 10. Yes. In the meantime, we're going to make our glaze. I'm going to do a simple glaze today in that it's not going to be a whole lot of glaze, just a little, maybe a little thinner than what I normally make. And there's only a little bit left in this bag, this powdered sugar or confectioner sugar. So we're just going to use all of it. I always do my glazes by hand. I never use a mixer because for me it's just not necessary for me to pull out a mixer. I get a good arm workout and just do it by hand. I have a little bit of the 7-Up left in the can, so that should be enough to do what I need to do. Now, I'm only going to add a little bit of my Creme Bouquet. Now, when you're making your glaze, you cannot add too much liquid at one time. If you do, it's going to make it too watery, too loose, and it's going to be hard to get it smooth. So I like to add with just a little bit at a time, and then start off with it really thick. At least the consistency is thick enough where I can still stir it with a little effort. But I like it thick so I can get it smooth. I can tell already it's a little clumpy. I need a little bit more. Can you guys see? You can. I need a little bit more, but like I say, you know, once you get it in, you can't get it out. And ladies, do not throw powdered sugar everywhere. Okay, that's better. So I get it, I have it very thick in the beginning, and then that way I can get it smoother. I actually could have had this a little thicker, because when you stir it, it just makes it easier to get those lumps out. Okay. All right. So just that quick. Can you see how smooth it is? Let's see. Can you see how smooth that is? And that's just from my quick little arm workout. All right. Easy peasy. And I'm gonna thin it out a little bit more than this because, again, I'm doing a simple thin glaze today. Now, I'm a glaze girl, so I usually like for it to be really thick. But, honey, I'm trying to taste every bit of this KerryGold Butter, and I don't need it. I don't want the cake to be competing with the glaze because I'm really trying to focus on this butter. All right, let's see. Okay, so we're going to give it, has about 5 or 6 minutes left, and then we will flip it. Now, once we flip it, I'm still going to have to let it cool for a while. So, you know, I'll wait at least about an hour before I glaze it because I'm not in any hurry. And then, because if you put it on, if you add the glaze to the cake while it's too hot, the glaze is just, it's going to run off. It's going to melt off because it's so, the cake is so hot. All right. Okay. So we'll be flipping in just a few minutes. We are flipping. Slide you over a little bit. This is what my pan is looking like. And here she is. So we are going to cool, like I said, for a while before we glaze. It is time again. There you guys. I guess it's getting ready to be the moment of truth again.
Hey everybody! How y'all doing? Hey look! This is a really nice cup and it keeps ice. It's like, I don't turn it on my head. Right?
Oh,
but
you realize you were cutting off your head.
It keeps, it's been 4 days, guys, 4 days. And listen,
I think we're sure of it.
that is still ice in my cup after 4 days. And I left my top open.
You hollering.
Oh, I left my top right here open, so air has been going down in there. So even with the air going down in there for 4 days.
Okay,
Don't cut me no big piece now.
whatever.
Don't cut me no big piece.
Okay. Well, you just don't have to eat all of that.
I'm doing so much better, people. Okay. One little piece. And I'm not going to eat all of mine.
Here it is. Now, I need a I need a fork too.
You gonna get your own?
I got my own piece.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I mean, but no, you can. Hold on, wait a minute,
What you mean, thank you? Let me go on and hold cake.
Yeah, hold on.
No, you done said thank you.
Listen, when I could go for broke and eat everything I wanted to eat, you wanted to share the cake with me.
Okay,
and now,
well I can share with you.
And now I'm limited, and now you want to eat your own piece. Make it make sense. Make it. But no, I'm gonna let you eat your own, baby, because you deserve yours.
Oh, now I deserve it.
Yes, you deserve it. Yeah.
Y'all see the inside of the cake? Good. One thing I do like about using that flour and the Crisco, it gives it that nice little outer crumb, you know, that's outside and up under there. Okay, move to the right. To the right, to the right. Okay, you umping. What you umping about? Okay. Can you tell the difference? This one is the KerryGold Butter.
Okay.
There you go looking it. You took the small piece, babe.
I told you I'm taking a small piece.
So this is the KerryGold Butter again, but it's the 7-Up cream cheese pound cake. Oh, he left me the big piece.
Wait a minute, it's the 7-Up cream.
7-Up cream cheese pound cake, because that's the one I referred to, that it was one of the best cake I'd ever done. But it has the KerryGold. Okay, babe, that's enough.
Wow. Look. You can see the butter.
Whoop. No, whoop.
See the butter? Oh, it smells good. God almighty. Oh, this warm. When it smells, can you see the smoke, people? It smells so good. It's hot, babe. Be mine.
It's real hot.
It's hot.
Okay, you got it too warm. Did you get it too warm? I don't know if I like my cake or not.
I like my cake.
So what are your thoughts?
Let me ask. Is this the same cake you made the last time?
The last time I used the KerryGold Butter, I used the sweetened condensed milk.
Okay.
And a lot of the comments I was getting was that the sweetened condensed milk is already rich, and then we use the rich butter. They suggested that I do the 7-Up cream cheese pound cake with the KerryGold Butter and eliminate that rich sweetened condensed milk. Can you tell the difference in that this is baked with?
Yes, I can.
How so?
Here's why. From the last one. The last one, I actually like the last one better.
Wait a minute. The last cake I did with the KerryGold Butter?
Yes, I like that one better
with the
than I like this one.
condensed
Yes.
milk.
Yes, I like it better.
Why?
It was much richer. It was much richer. It seemed to be more. It seemed to be more denser.
This one
The other one.
was more dense.
If you notice, with the other, you didn't have as much flaking off. You see, it wasn't a lot of that. It's like the cake held together better.
You know what? Let me do it what I did the last time.
Yeah, do the thing. Squeeze it up and see if you come up with the same little ball. No, you see how that's crumbling off?
Not
the
as
other
much
one,
as
yeah,
it
the other
was.
one was able to hold together.
It's more crumbly.
Yeah,
like
see,
that.
the other one held together. See, it didn't do that at all.
Okay.
It grabbed and it held together.
Okay. Well, it's not as rich because I didn't.
So I imagine it would be more like the again, I would just say more like the potato bread. It holds together. It held together better.
Are you impressed with the KerryGold Butter, or do you feel like, babe, keep using the butter you've been using for your cakes?
The other one, the other way with the condensed milk with it,
Was good. That was a difference.
you could smell the butter. It had a stronger smell, better. It had a better smell.
Move y'all around just a
It was more richer. It tastes better.
Okay, so we've established that you like that one. So if I do, would it be safe to say, well, baby, if you did the sweetened condensed milk one, use KerryGold with that one?
Yeah. Yes.
But the other cakes, like this one, you're not.
Yeah, there is no, for me, just with that there in your regular cakes, to me, for just me, they seem to, there's nothing that really jumps out at you with the KerryGold as opposed to the regular butter with this one. But when she did the sweetened and condensed milk,
The sweetened condensed milk.
yeah, the sweet condensed milk, what you had was, the taste did explode. It was better. Even the smell, you could smell the butter, and that's one thing I was telling my coworkers. Just they could smell it. It's almost like you knew the smell. You just knew it. It was better for me. It was better. Now this, as always, the cake is good. It is good, but the other way would be more. Like I said, you saw it with the one with the sweetened condensed milk. You was able to.
It was rich.
She was able to, and you see when she
buttery,
balled it up, but it held together. There was no crumbling of it. It held together. Now, when you do it, you see how it flakes off and crumbles off?
Okay, let me get a piece because I'm going to hold the plate up here because I did it closer
Yeah.
with the other one. Okay, so we try to.
Okay, you see how it's crumbling? It did not do that the last time. And if you go back, if you reference back to the other,
it held it together.
if you reference back to the other one with the KerryGold butter with the sweet condensed milk, you can see when she did that how it held together. And so and that's why I kept telling you the other. It was smoother.
Yeah.
It was much smoother. It gave a better, a more.
All these little crumbs I just.
Yeah. See again, y'all know me. With all those crumbs, I will put ice cream with that. Yeah. We're gonna go with ice cream because
it was the other one was a richer cake.
Yeah, it's a much richer cake, and to me.
And I think they knew that. That's the point they were making, because the sweetened condensed milk was already rich.
Right.
There were crumbs on those.
No, you good.
And then.
Let me see. Let me see.
Oh, you got the crumbs. The sweetened condensed milk is already rich, and then you're using the KerryGold butter, which is also rich. So
it did, but it made a smoother cake. Okay.
This one doesn't seem as creamy as that one, right?
Right. Remember the cake? You see like the little holes you can see in the cake.
You couldn't
it's just
see
like
that
a regular powder. Look at the one with KerryGold. The cake seemed to be more solid of a sheet, as opposed to like seeing the little holes. So it was just a much richer, much denser cake.
Okay.
But it was good. It was, for me, it was better the other way. It was better the other way than this.
And for me, the difference I can tell, I think the other one had more of a creaminess or smoothness.
That's what I mean. Almost like it was a pudding.
But
I don't know. It's like a pudding, a smooth.
Even doing KerryGold in this one, you guys, I'm just not impressed. Listen, this is my opinion. That's my dude number one's opinion. I'm not impressed by the KerryGold butter. I am so satisfied with my Sam's butter.
Now for me,
yeah,
I was impressed with the KerryGold butter with the combination of the sweet condensed milk.
Oh yeah, we've definitely
yeah, I could smell the butter. It smelled, it has a very appealing smell and a smooth taste. The cake was dynamite. It would be definitely in my top 5. Definitely in my top 5. Maybe even up in the top 3.
Well,
so and so that's for me. That's for me. But this, it's way better because you could just see how that it held together better.
And I appreciate your suggestions. I was very interested in trying it again to see if it really made a difference for me. But y'all, hey, I don't know if I'm a simple kind of gal over here with my baking, but just not impressed with the KerryGold butter.
And I want to see, and I would definitely fill you guys in with my coworkers because I want to know with them.
When they taste that.
Yeah, when they taste this one as opposed to the one that they had. Because I'm going to tell you, the one that she had, it was, you know, and it seemed like as a couple of days, it got better. After a day?
I think a lot of times cake, just like food, it's much better because it has time for all the extracts and the flavor and stuff to really set in. All right, you guys, well, listen.
But would I go all the way out on the limb and say I gotta have KerryGold? No, I wouldn't.
No.
For me, I wouldn't. But
not at all. All right, you guys, well, that's it. That was take 2 on the KerryGold Butter. And so I couldn't even use it for lip gloss today, y'all.
I love this color.
All right, you guys. Well, that's it. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed, please consider doing so
by hitting the nosy.
And that's turning on that notification bell. That way you'll be notified whenever we're doing whatever it is we're doing over here. Thank you all so much. Huh?
Did you get your thumbnail?
I did.
Okay.
I did. I got a thumbnail. Thank you all so much for watching. We already look forward to you joining us again. If you guys try the KerryGold in your cakes, you know, I guess let us know what you think about it. For those of you that haven't already, I know a lot of you love it, but just wasn't impressed. Thank you guys so much for watching. We already look forward to you joining us again next time. Bye.